Set to go is the kicker, Michael Badgley. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. LaQuint Allen to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the fifth-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school in Georgia to stardom at Clemson, and even a playoff run in Jacksonville.
Lawrence is hit, the ball is loose. But the Jaguars get back on top of the loose football. They're keeping possession. Wow, that was fast. Might be time to take a step back, and we just started this game. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. Very first snap, and he nearly gave it away. That could have mentally taken them out of this game.
Yeah, for the player, a little bit easier to respond. For the coaches on the sidelines, that drives them crazy to see the ball on the ground. And we know how precious this ball is in this game. Got to take care of it.
And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Etienne on first down. He is down to the 30-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's another Jaguars first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on first. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Jaguars first down.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. And he's got it in close. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, and getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And leading them, the 6th overall pick, entering his 7th season here in the NFL, out of Duke, Daniel Jones.
He was the 6th overall pick of the New York Football Giants, but he fell just shy, Kate, of 6 full seasons with New York Remember, a midseason release led into the Minnesota Vikings a season ago. Now he hopes to take all that experience, the ups and the downs, the peaks and the valleys, to make the most of this situation in Indy.
He'll get 16 yards on that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Left side pulled in by Pittman. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Jones going to do it himself. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down Colts.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Connecting on the slant. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
14 more yards.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 14.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Once more into the hands of Pittman. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate. It turns into a nice game.
The Jaguars 4-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Jones going to do it himself. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Taylor trying to run for this first. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
4th down and 1.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They're going Taylor. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on down near the end zone.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
2nd drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
In truth, Kate, kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Lawrence working from the gun. That's him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
Complete to Jacoby Myers. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. 3rd down. There he is on 3rd and short. Got his man. Thomas has it. And And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Completes another one to Thomas. It's a small gain up to the 38. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
Call it feel, Kate, call it instincts. I don't really care what you call it, but the best QBs, they can sense it. They know when that pressure's coming, and they know how to avoid it. Keep that play alive, extend it outside of the chaos, and go get your offense a completion.
They go play action. Lawrence. And pass caught by Strange. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
That's a gain of 3.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to the air. Lawrence. Complete beyond the marker. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
A 4-yard gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
On 1st down, Jones finds him over the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. He's going to be caught by Tyler Warren. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Quick pass here into the hands of Pittman. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Jones going to throw again. That's on target to Pierce. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
1st and 10 now. Here's Jones. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down.
6 yards.
And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. One quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They have second and pretty long here. On the shotgun, it's Jones. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. Going with the screen to Taylor. Defense contains him. That's going to force fourth down as he's dropped for a loss.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature, because the third down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
Colts going to kick this away now on fourth, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Gets this one to Myers. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Motioning Myers right. From the gun, Etienne gets it. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Etienne again. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Remain pressed with the play defensively.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some points on that series.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Jones on 1st down. Gets this one to Pierce. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Now it's Jones off the play action. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. To the air once more. Here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Again, Jones to the air. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To throw again, it's Jones. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
He's got it at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
1st down.
It's a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers, he comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and goal, here's Taylor. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He gets it again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. He'll get a couple, and now they face third and goal from the 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third and goal for Jones. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts start to fight back with their first points of this game. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Michael Badgley on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts cut it to a field goal game.
Colts 7.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
6 yards. And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. And he can't make the hook up on the deep ball. That's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they are unable to double their lead.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. On first down, Jones dumps this underneath to Taylor. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hits him on the in route. And they hit big there on that 2nd down. Let's see if this play holds up or not, though. We've got a penalty flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. On the shotgun, it's Jones. Escapes the pocket. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Now, that penalty certainly didn't help their cause, partner. It's 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. That pass caught by Strange. And we'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
So it'll be 3rd and 4, but not just yet. Only 2 minutes to go in our first half. It's the Jags in front here at Everbank. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's caught. He's got Washington. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. Give him 8 on that one. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down throw, Lawrence. That one's complete over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
Complete to Parker, Washington. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the air, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times can't get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time.
And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Jaguars into punt formation. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. 1st and 10 now. Here's Jones. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And Jones slides down with enough to move those chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second and 10 now. Jones going with the screen to Taylor. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd down, Jones to throw. That's on target to Pierce. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Pittman sent in motion right. Jones on 1st down. Throw right side finds Pittman. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Again, Jones to the air. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Making the call himself. And Jones slides down with enough to move those chains. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Badgley able to knock it through. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Cuts it right sideline, and there's daylight. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one hits for 30. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
First down, and they go right back to it. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Working from the gun, here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And talk about a good game when they needed it. So that's 13 on second down, now only a yard to go here on third.
Brings up third and a yard.
Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. They're going to turn to Taylor on third down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Short pass brought in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Left side pulled in by Pittman. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. And this is an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take the lead right away in half number 2. Daniel Jones with a touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Badgley for the extra point.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jaguars 10.
Badgley on to kick this one away. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On play action now, Lawrence finds him over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the Jaguars, 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Counter give to Etienne. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This will be a 44-yard look.
44-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Gould on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts now lead by 10. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Badgley for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts drive their lead to 11.
Jaguars 13.
Badgley on to kick this one away. This is Allen to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Lawrence throwing here. That one's complete right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Johnny Munt. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Jacksonville in punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Punt meets him at the 28. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Jones. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean drastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Hit some space around midfield. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy that 1st down at the 30.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
3rd and 2, Jones. Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Michael Badgley
going to try and knock this through for 3. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And then a extends their lead to 14.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Badgley on to kick this one away. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Now Lawrence. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Big gain, has them across the 40. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. They get 27 on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Throwing the out route complete. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. The route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
27. Jaguars 20.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Gould on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this 2nd half. 1st down throw by Jones. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
Hits him on the in route. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, Taylor. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
He was taken down.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Third down, Jones to throw. Finds Pittman, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
5-yard gain on the play.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They've got first down here from the 36. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Stop that time by Antonio Johnson.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is second down. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Colts who hold the lead. Not a big one, though. Trying to carry this one through the final whistle. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now a toss play. Taylor. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together, these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
Gain of 24 yards. That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3. This brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. On the shotgun, it's Jones. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Colts go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Daniel Jones with a touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Badgley on to kick this one away. This is Allen to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He gets this one to Strange. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And finally down right along that opposing 40. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Etienne gets it on the draw. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They go right back to Etienne. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Lawrence now off the play action. Completes it to his back, LeQuint Allen. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Okay, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this.
Under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field. That play's going to remain a touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jaguars 27.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Colts and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Gets this one to Pierce. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Taylor now up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They go again with Taylor. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
3rd down from the gun. Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Colts are ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And 10. At the 18-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. On play action now, Lawrence. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, the offense wanted a spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts' 36-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings them to 3rd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. They send a man in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then he had some positive yards.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Lawrence working from the gun. Quick slant, caught by Washington. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Washington. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Motion.
Desperation time here. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end left. 2nd down carry for Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Taylor again. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. Shoves one away. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A pickup of 17. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
They run again on first with Taylor. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis 2 scores 13 points in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Badgley for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14.
41. Jaguars 27. Mike Badgley set.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Tootin now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Finds him on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars 14 points back. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw it. He's going for it himself. And he'll get it up to the 44. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
They've got a man in motion.
Two-point conversion.
Here he is to throw. It's caught. And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the 2-point conversion.
33.
Whenever you're throwing for 2, you always expect to see the pass go into the end zone because otherwise you risk defenders rallying to the ball and stopping it short.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. With the defensive speed in today's league, gosh, you're just taking a risk anytime you throw it short of the end zone.
So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And the Colts are able to bring in the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, that's going to do it, Brock. They recover the kick and now can just run out that clock unimpeded.
Yeah, no timeouts on the opposing sideline. Give some credit to the hands team right there. Got the job done. And now as an offense, the greatest formation in the history of football. You know what that is, Kate?
Line it up, boys.
The victory formation.
The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And he has kept his pace up in the 2nd half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Here's a design run. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So that puts a bow on